Hello everyone. If you are new here, my name is Sheetal and I make plant related and health related content on my channel. Welcome to my channel. So today I am here with this beauty Peperomia obtusifolia. I have this greener one. If you can see its leaves, it's really pretty plant. It has thick waxy leaves, shiny leaves. It has succulent type leaves. They store a lot of water in their leaves. So, and another important thing is it looks beautiful, and this is the low maintenance plant. You don't have to water it all the time. So it's really low maintenance plant, and it doesn't grow all that big. It's a kind of slow grower. So, and this is a small plant. If you are looking any smaller plant options, then you can go for this. You can keep it on your desk. It will add beauty to your desk. You can definitely add it to your work desk. It looks amazing over there. Today I am going to talk about this plant, about its requirements of light, water, what kind of soil it needs, then if it gets any infestation, and I am going to talk about its propagation also. I have water propagated this plant, and I am going to pot it today in a soil. So let's get started. By the way guys, I am not sick or anything. I'm just not wearing makeup today. I was really feeling tired to go and do all my face. If you see, this is such a beautiful plant, and you get a variegated variety also in this Peperomia obtusifolia variegata. You can go for that also. That looks pretty, but I personally like greener one because I have so many plants in variegated variety. So I wanted this green one, and it looks really amazing. First I'm going to talk about its light requirement. It needs bright indirect light. Don't go for direct light because its leaves will start burning. So it needs bright indirect light. Actually, with my personal experience, I'm going to tell this survives in low light, but it doesn't grow, it doesn't thrive at all in low light. I kept it at little low light place, but it stopped growing over there. It completely stopped growing at that place. Didn't shoot any new growth at this place. So finally I have moved it to the well lit place. I keep it next to my east facing window. If you have south facing window, then don't keep it exact next to the window. Just keep 2 feet away from the window, because otherwise it's going to burn its leaves, because south side gives a lot of sunlight. So it needs bright indirect light, but it needs lot of bright light if you want it to grow. And the moment I moved it to bright light to my east facing window, it started shooting new growth. I doubt if you can see on the camera, but I tell you, everywhere it has started shooting new growth. So this is about light requirement. Then next let's talk about its water requirement. My thumb rule, watering rule for this plant is I check its leaves. If they are still firm and thick, I don't water it. If you touch them and you feel like peppery like leaves, and they will give you peppery feeling. If you see this leaf, these leaves right now, they are very thick, and because I watered it yesterday only, so they are really thick and it's pretty hard to bend them. They are very firm, and if you try to bend them hardly, then they are going to break. But over here, this leaf, it has become really thin. It's pretty old leaf, so I can bend it easily and it's not going to break. But if I try to bend these leaves, they are going to break. So this one, if most of the leaves become like this, then I go and water it. And as you can see, I have planted this one in terracotta, so it needs more water. Yeah, watering depends on the place where you are placing your plant. If you are placing it in bright light, then it's going to ask for more water. If you have planted it in terracotta, it's going to ask for more water. And if it's in ceramic or plastic pot, it's going to ask lesser water. So before watering, check the leaves and consider all the facts. You might find yourself watering your plant once in 3-4 weeks as well. It totally depends on the location where you are keeping your plant, then what kind of pot you are using for your plant, and what kind of soil you are using for your plant. And while watering, water it thoroughly. Okay, water should drip from the drainage hole, and it should reach to each and every root of your plant. And please do not overwater this plant, because it has pretty delicate kind of root structure prone to root rot. So please do not overwater this plant, and it will stay happy. This is about the watering requirement. Now let's talk about infestation. I have this plant for pretty long time, and I haven't seen a single kind of infestation on this. I don't know if you might be having any kind of infestation, but I haven't noticed not even once any kind of infestation on this plant. So I'm super happy with this plant, and it's doing pretty good. So that was about infestation. Now let's move on to the potting media it needs. Potting media, I use pretty well drained. It has less moisture retaining qualities because it's a mixture of rice husk, perlite, then garden soil and compost. I haven't added any coco peat into it, so it doesn't retain much of a moisture. So I have to water it pretty often because it's in terracotta. It stays at bright light location, and my soil is pretty well drained soil. It's not moisture retaining at all. So I water it like once a week, but you might find yourself watering it like once a month. Now let's talk about its fertilization. I fertilize it, as I said, I water it once a week. So every 2 weeks, every alternate week, I fertilize it with this. It's a liquid fertilizer. You can buy any brand liquid fertilizer. It's liquid seaweed fertilizer. I use this to water. I use this to fertilize my plant. I just add 3 ml of this extract in 1 liter of water, and I water my plant with the solution, and it's doing nice, happy. Fertilization is really required. It's pretty important to keep your plant healthy, because fertilization gives your plant strength to fight with any pests or diseases. So you should fertilize your plant regularly. Propagating this plant is pretty easy. There are many ways to propagate this plant. First way is, I'm not going to cut one more branch, okay, I will just show you. I have already propagated one. See, I did cut this stem, and I did water propagated it. You can soil propagate as well your plant. You just have to find the node. See, if you can see, I have cut the plant near the node, and over there rooting started. I did this in water. It has nodes everywhere. See, if you can see over here, see, it's a node. From here it's going to start rooting, from here it's going to start rooting, from here. So you just have to cut it at the node and put it in water. And if you don't want to water propagate, I love my plants to see rooting, so I go for water propagation. But if you don't want to water propagate it, you can directly add it into the soil, and it's going to start rooting in the soil. So today I am going to put this plant in soil, and it's gonna go. I'm going to get another Peperomia opticifolia for me, and this is the first way, stem cutting. If you want, you can cut it like this over here, and from here also it's going to grow roots. Okay, from here also it will grow roots. So this is the first way of propagating this plant, which is stem cutting. Another way is, you can propagate this by its leaf also. So today I'm going to do that only. I'm just looking for a place to cut it. Let's cut you over here. So see, if you can see, I have taken a leaf with a little bit of stem and it has node over here. I'm going to put it directly in the soil, but I have heard you can cut the leaf in half and simply put it in soil and it's going to grow a new plant. I have never tried this. I'm going to try it for the first time. So let's start. Okay, I have this tiny containers. I'm going to add the potting mix into it and then I will just I have cleaned the containers, okay, before using it. I have cleaned them pretty well because I didn't want any kind of pests or something. Yeah, and before taking cuttings from any plant, I will water it afterwards. So you just have to push it in the soil, not that hard, okay. So it's giving the look of Hoya Keri eye, right? See, it's looking like Hoya Keri eye, right? So one goes. Okay, and in this one only I'm going to put this also. Let's see which one roots faster and which one grows plant faster. I'm taking another container for this and I'm going to add a full leaf as well into it. Right now I don't have any pencil to make a place to push this plant, so I'm just making it with a spoon and here it goes. This one is already rooted, so it's not going to take much of a time. Okay, so let's try this one also. I'm going to take a leaf. They say without stem also only leaf can. So I'm going to put this leaf in the water and I'm going to wait for this to root. I have this cute little honey bottle and I'm using it as my water propagation tool or whatever you call it. Guys, one important point I forgot to mention is while taking cuttings from your Peperomia optifolia, you have to water them well. They are well watered, well fed, then only take cuttings from them. So survival chances will be more. So always go for well fed and healthy cuttings so it can grow healthy plant. So there it is. Okay friends, this was all about today's video. I hope you liked my video today, and if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe and give a like, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to share my video to your friends and family. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. So for now, bye, have a nice day. Let's meet in another video with some other plant or some other health related topic. Till then, bye, see you.